she's a safe enchanter. You can never die, and you get free poke in lane. So I kind of think they have to balance it around pro play and just accept that her solo queue win rate might be garbage. Because the champion, just like the same as when Zoe first came out, she had like garbage win rate, but when people like learned how to play it, she was really OP. And I think that's the state where Yuumi's at right now. She's not like as obnoxious, but she's still like annoying if you're versus somebody that's good with it.
Zazento from Esports Heaven, and I have here with me Hakuho from FOX. And you guys just got a upset, I guess we could call it, against Team Liquid. And I want to harken back to the beginning of the game where there was the bot lane gank. Just walk me through that from your perspective, because it seemed like things went pretty down south for you guys.
Yeah, we just overcommitted. I'm pretty sure we just forced Xayah flash back out. It's like super free, and then they can't really lane once if I just hit my flash. So that kind of made the game pretty hard because we couldn't control bot side, and then they had full Drake control. They could invade whenever they wanted. So I'm pretty sure we just committed too hard. I thought Skarner, like if he got double slow, I could still like flash taunt, but they're like way too far away. So I think we just play for burning summoners and then back out, and it's really good.
Okay. So you have a new bot laner in Lost, or new AD carry. How's he developing, and what do you think his playstyle is in comparison to Apollo's? Because you've been playing with Apollo for a very long time. So how does he differ from Apollo?
Compared to Apollo, Lost is a lot more aggressive. He likes to play like the fighting champions like Draven, Lucian more so.
Okay.
So we were just experimenting in scrims with that kind of style where we would play really aggressive bot side. And it went really well in scrims. I think on stage there's still like some nerves with Yusui and Lost, but I think we'll get over it. And I think like overall it was pretty good, just experimenting with a 10-man roster because in spring we didn't really do it.
Okay. So how is it from your perspective when it comes to teaching someone? Because now you're kind of in a teacher role, and since you've been playing with the same AD carry for, what, I think about 3 years now?
Yeah.
So how is it teaching? Because a lot of teachers, they say that they end up learning about themselves a lot more through teaching another person. So how is it for you in terms of teaching Lost?
I don't really teach Lost because he's been playing for a while. He knows what to do. It's mostly just like adapting our play style to match each other. So for the most part, it's more like calculated aggression, because sometimes in scrims we like go too far and die for it, get ganked or something. But I think in general it's just more like testing mechanics with him a lot, because he's like really strong mechanically, and then he likes to fight a lot. So I think it's a good match for me, at least for lane. And then compared to like Apollo, it's like we would play for, you know, just go even or like win slightly, and then late game we would just hard carry. With Lost, at least for scrims, we try and like hard stomp lane.
Okay. So I want to talk about the idea of synergy, because since you've been playing with Apollo for so long, I like to think of it as people that have played together for so long, there's this innate, almost telepathic communication when it comes to your actions within the game, and that you don't necessarily have to communicate certain things because you already know what your opposing partner's going to do. So with that said, how much do you value synergy when it comes to playing with an ADC?
Yeah, synergy is really important, like in general in the game, and especially for bot lane, you have to know how each other want to play and when's a good time to fight and like kite back. So at least with Lost, there's a lot more talking between us, whereas with Apollo, we kind of like, Apollo and I know how we want to play and when we want to take trades. So it's more just like getting used to each other's play style.
Okay. And then finally, what are your thoughts on just this general meta? Because it seems like ADCs have more so taken a back seat, and now it's all about the solo laners, you know, making plays and everything. So what are your thoughts just from the perspective of support and actually building up, you know, your lane partner in ADC to carry in the game? Do you feel that bot lane is underpowered or undervalued in this current meta?
No, I think bot lane's in a pretty good state. It's more so just like all the solo laners that are OP are flex picks, so they're like even more OP, especially for drafting, because you can just take them and then it's not like they're going to get hard countered. I think bot lane's like pretty good state. You can play a lot of supports now. The AD pool is a bit more limited just because of like what solo laners are playing. So at least for AD, maybe it's like a kind of bad meta for them, especially since like all the solo laners are just going to one-shot them, like Aatrox, Akali.
Okay.
But I think support's really fun. Like I have a lot of fun with Yuumi, even though she's permabanned pretty much. And yeah, I mean, it's like a good meta, I think.
Speaking of Yuumi, do you think she's going to end up being a balancing problem for Riot? Because on one hand, it seems like it's a great pick for competitive play, but on the other hand, in solo queue, it might not be that great because you have to develop, you know, this really good synergy with your ADC, and that's not really normal within solo queue. So just what are your thoughts on the champion and trying to balance it for both sides of the coin?
I don't think they can like choose both with Yuumi, because solo queue, her win rate's still only like 30-something%, I think. I haven't like checked recently, but for pro play, she seems like really busted. She's a safe enchanter. You can never die, and you get free poke in lane. So I kind of think they have to balance it around pro play and just accept that her solo queue win rate might be garbage, because that champion's just like the same as when Zoe first came out. She had like garbage win rate, but when people like learned how to play it, she was really OP. And I think that's the state where Yumi's at right now. She's not like as obnoxious, but she's still like annoying if you're versus somebody that's good with it.
Okay, all right. I think that's all I have for you. This has been Azento from Esports Heaven and Hakuho from Echo Fox. Thank you.
Thanks.
I assume if you made it this far, you probably enjoyed the content. So if you did, subscribe and also check out my other content that's more analytical and opinionated. But otherwise, keep it locked at esportsheaven.com, and I'll see you next time. Peace.